Okay, I'm in. You know, you ever notice when you open up a pen what it smells like?
Mm-hmm.
Here, smell it.
Mm-hmm.
She's out. I'm just kidding. This is Barb Mitchell, okay? Why did I have to get a squeaker here?
I don't know.
Every move I'm going to make is going to squeak. Barb, many years ago, I'm going to sign some things. This is a message. I got a picture I want to show you, but give me some time here. These are new partners, and we're signing the letters and the certificates for them. Go back and tell about when we met. Your T.L. Lowry's niece.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, she's the niece of T.L. Lowry, so we go back a long way. And you're from War, West Virginia.
I am.
Where my dad's from, and where Rufus was from.
Yes.
So we have like actually a history in the family from that area, which is great. So give us a little bit about when you first started working and where, who you've worked for, and how you're back. I'd like to hear that myself. Tell them.
I don't even know how many years ago, but man, it's been a long time.
It would be 80s. It would be, I'm going to say 89, 90. Because
Okay.
Jonathan was born.
Charlie would know. Charlie's
Yeah,
like a
Charlie.
walking calendar.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I had been looking for a job, and it opened up.
She's still looking for one. No,
Yeah, and I was so excited when I heard that he was needing someone.
Right.
And I can remember a friend of mine, we were like, oh my goodness, you're going to be working for Perry Stone. It was just like, it was the greatest thing, and we were so excited.
That is so funny.
So anyway, so I worked, and it was just Charlie and me and Perry and
Philip. Was
Philip.
Philip there, I think?
Yeah, Philip was
At that
there,
time.
of course. And
And
so,
Pam.
yeah,
Pam was,
mhm.
had an office. She come by every day, yeah.
And Jonathan was just little, but
He would ride a tricycle around,
Yeah.
remember, and put the product in it.
Yeah.
And say, "Go give me that video," and he would ride. It was so cute. We didn't have phones back then to tape everything.
no, we just holler and just say, "Hey, can you
Yeah,
bring me?"
we holler. That's right. We just screaming across.
No
the...
such thing as intercom.
That's right.
But anyway, so I was able to work and loved it, and we just all had such a great, just a friendship that developed, and it was so, just just really nice.
Family. Felt like family.
Definitely
Yeah,
family.
seriously.
And so anyway, so we just all, and one day Charlie and him picked me up and put me in the garbage can. Of course, I was way less in weight. Let's just go there. And then another time he was sitting in a chair and we were just talking, and I said, "Do you feel the power of the Lord?" And so I put my hand on
we
his
were
head.
seriously feeling something.
Yeah.
So she pulled the T.L. Lowry on me. She went, "Whoop!" Tell him what happened.
And then his chair just went backward and flipped into the floor, and I went, "Oh my Lord, are you okay?" And he went, "Yeah."
I should have laid there and act like my back was broke or something. That's what I should have
I
done.
thought, "Oh my Lord, I'm in trouble. He's gonna fire me." But
I just got up laughing.
yeah, we just all got up. But anyway, so, and then like I said, then I worked for Dr. Lowry.
You worked for Phil, didn't you, for a while?
I worked for Phil
Yeah,
Driscoll
that's-
for a while, and traveled with him on his plane, so that was real fun. And
You actually traveled with the plane.
I did a couple times. I
Did you
remember.
like doing that? Because
I
some
did.
people don't like the small. I enjoy the small ones, but
I did. The only time, it just kind of scared me on if you do little dip
yeah,
thingies.
that happens a lot.
And so one time I remember
With
we
wind.
were, he was going over Denver, so he was telling all the guys, he was like, "Oh, look, here's the Mile High Stadium down." And so he looked at everybody else, and they had their seatbelts on and really good and ready for it, and I wasn't. And he flipped the plane like that and was going over, and I about fell on the floor, and I was praying in tongues, and I was scared to death. But it was kind of neat, so it's kind of fun. So
And then you worked for Dr. Lowry how many years?
I worked for Dr. Lowry, I think like about 13 years.
Yeah. And
something
then
like that.
you ended up coming back home to VOE and came full circle.
Yes.
So what you're going to do, so folks need to know this, that while Tiffany is out on maternity leave, Barb is going to be helping me with the new joins and probably some other areas where if Tiff's overloaded with something, because Tiff actually is going to be I don't guess he'd be working at home, I don't think. So we're going to take care of everything. So if you, when Tiff has the baby for however many weeks that is, Barb will be one of those individuals, and of course you got Barbara and Denise and Andrew that are all combined together to help do anything that we need to do as related to partners or information that you may need. Now, let me talk about this. I don't think you know this. I'm going to have to put these here and get the rest of them in a minute.
Okay.
Years ago, I know you'll remember this. Years ago, Pam became pregnant, and she had a miscarriage at the camp meeting in November at Pigeon Forge. It was a horrible thing. in a restaurant, she felt a cramp, and then, she began to bleed, and she went back and she lost the baby. And she was about 7 or 8 weeks, I think. And it was so sad for her. She felt miserable during the meeting. She didn't get to come much. I said, baby, you stay in the rest. I had a dream years ago, and you know this, because this is back when you worked for me, of 2 little girls. And I told you, one was named Rochelle, one was named Amanda. Well, Amanda got here. Amanda's a beautiful, beautiful girl, but she's wonderful. Oh, what a woman of God she's going to be. She is now. I never will forget what the other girl looked like. The other girl looked like, had a little bit of a Down syndrome look. She looked like she was holding a stuffed animal, in the dream. And I saw her twice. But she never did the talking. Amanda did the talking. And I said, Amanda, who are you? She says, I'm Amanda, the little girl you're going to have. And I said, Amanda, who's this? She said, this is my sister, Rochelle. Rochelle did not look healthy. So I remember telling Pam, Rochelle doesn't look healthy. So we believe that the baby that miscarried was probably the one we would call Rochelle, because Pam's not going to have another baby.
Right.
58? No. Not going to happen. So, a lady had never heard me tell the story. And she brought a bunch of artwork for me to see, because I love art. And this is a lady who's now a nurse in Huntington, West Virginia. And she's just a great lady. She comes to our conferences, very prophetic. And she shows me this picture. And I totally I went crazy. I remember looking, I said, I know that girl. And then it clicked back. This is the girl I saw in the dream. Now, I never described her. I never told anybody what she looked like. When I saw the stuffed animal, this is what the girl was doing. So she draws this and said, I said, who is the girl? She said, well, it's a girl I drew. And she told me the story. And I said, this is the girl. And so she actually gave me the picture, put this beautiful note on the back. And I'm going to have to be careful, because every time I look at it, this is what happens to me. But this is what she looked like.
Oh, so
Look at this drawing. She was very cute. You could tell there was something. And I prayed about it later, and the Lord told me she would be deaf and mute, and she would not be able to speak and hear. And the Lord told Pam that she was going to have such physical problems. Now, I don't understand this. I trust the sovereignty of God. I don't know why God could have said, okay, she's going to be born healthy. There's natural things that come into play. There's DNA, there's genetic things. And you just have to trust the Lord and say, God knows best. But the Lord said if she'd have been born, you would have had such a burden to take care of her that you would never be able to do the other things that I want you to do. And the Lord was, so the spirit of the little baby. So we get this message from a lady in California that her son had died. She had a dream of her son, and she actually, it's just like a dream vision. She saw her son in heaven, and she meets this little girl that was 5 that says she was my girl. And she says, now, I don't know if your wife knows it, but she has a miscarriage. You got a daughter. So I'm going crazy again. So the message I want to bring to you, this is kind of like the message. I wanted you to meet Barbara, but I wanted to share with you that for those of you that have lost a loved one, someone that's very dear to your heart, whether it's a dad or mom or a child, the greatest thing that we know is that children go to be with the Lord. When I wrote that book, Secrets of the Third Heaven, people kept asking me, do all children go to heaven? What about children that are from another country? Or maybe they're in another religion. And I can prove from the Bible, children go to heaven. Even if they're born in another country, because I go into the age of accountability and the age of truth and knowledge and all that. But you've got something to look forward to. And here's the weird part. My dad is buried up here. I hope that squeak don't show up on the video. It's driving me nuts. Let's do something with this chair. My dad is he's buried up here on the hill. And he's been gone a long time now. It's probably, I don't even know, 8-9 years maybe. Wow. And I still feel like he's not gone. And the thing is, I said to the Lord, I said, Lord, I feel like my dad's not gone. And the Lord said, he's not, he's up here. He just said it to me that clear. And I just started hitting my desk laughing. I said, that's why I feel he's still around. Because his soul and spirit is still around. And he's as alive in heaven or in paradise today as he was on earth. So that's the wonderful thing. And I want to encourage people to keep witnessing to your unsaved family members, keep witnessing to those who don't know the Lord, because they need to come to a relationship. And here's the thing, you know this, that you never know when you put the seed, if they get to a car accident, or God forbid a plane's about to go down or something, that they'll remember. All that seed will just jump back up. And they may have what we call a deathbed repentance, but the thief on the cross repented right before he died and went to the kingdom. They're not going to have a reward in heaven because they did nothing for God, but at least kind of the expression, they'll make it in by the skin of their teeth. So partners, I want to encourage you to keep praying for this entire month and stay encouraged. And if you didn't get the book on heaven, please go ahead and try to order it. Now, as I'm taping this, we don't know, there could be some shutdowns, some cities are talking, even rural cities are saying, we're going to make people stay in. They're finding some medicine that works with people, which is great. The president's talking about the middle of April releasing it. Everybody's against it. Everybody's telling you don't do that. And it could be the wrong thing to do. It may be the thing to do. Only God knows, okay? And we know that the Lord has the power of all of a sudden just supernaturally seizing it. We know that. And so that's what we're all praying for, because it's either a selective judgment, or it's, as I preached the other night, it's a trial, and fiery trial. Or, there's about 4 things it can be, and any of those 4, all of those 4 are combinations. So, but we do appreciate your prayers and your support. And again, when Tiffany is out, we have staff that's going to take care of things, which we appreciate very much. We do appreciate Tiffany did a lot of work to make sure everything was taken care of. I'd go in and say, "Hey, Tiffany." She said, "I'm busy." I said, "Hey, Tiff, I'm busy." She wouldn't even look up at me. So I said, "You know what? I'm going to leave her alone where she can, don't even ask her a question. Leave her alone to where she can concentrate." And she did this really great job. I mean, of the devotionals and everything. So Tiffany, if you will watch this, I'm sure. Thank you for all you do. You are a great worker, and your husband ain't that bad either. No, he's a great worker. He's over there smiling behind the camera. So Barb, thanks for coming back to VOE. And I had some people compliment you, and I want to say this just on tape. I had some people say Barbara is a really, really great worker. Oh. So that came from your office people.
Oh.
So
I paid them. No,
one thing about her, she kind of reminds you of Gina. Gina was always laughing. She's always laughing, cutting up. So if you need some joy, you go in her office, and she'll at least make you laugh about something, right? Is that right?
That's right.
So God bless all the partners. Thank you for your prayers and support. And we'll be in touch with you, of course, more on the Facebook page, your Facebook page, with updates as well, not just our other sources of updates. All right, guys. Thank you, and God bless you.